This is a special message for all the guys like me, whether you're Gen X or you're a boomer, and you're starting to feel the effects of time, and you're starting to feel like life has passed you by. Not many of us get to achieve, but so much in this music business. It is a struggle. And, I think many times, because of the industry has changed so much and the record companies have kind of gone away, and even if you were to get signed these days, they'd want a piece of your merchandise money. And so the business model has greatly changed from when I was a kid. When I was a kid, you dreamed of getting this huge advance and recording this amazing album, and then, getting a ride on the gravy train. What was the Pink Floyd song, Welcome to the Machine? Riding the gravy train, it used to be that. And think about if you had gotten in one of those classic rock bands back in the day, and those songs are still being played on radio and still generating royalties. That was the gravy train, and you could have written, like the guy who wrote Play That Funky Music, White Boy. That song was the gift that kept on giving. And, as the samples were used, I believe Vanilla Ice did a sample of that and used that in a song. That was one song that basically provided for that songwriter for his entire life. And man, I'm not sure if those days even exist anymore. It's certainly, I've never heard of it in recent times, but I don't know, with radio, a lot of people say radio doesn't exist. When I did my, video about Green Day and being banned from 2 radio stations, people were like, oh, do people still listen to radio? I think people do listen to radio, but, for me personally, I listen to satellite radio, and I've got 3 or 4 channels that I listen to, and generally, it is not new music, it is older stuff, and it just depends on what mood I'm in. If I want to wake up, I put on some metal, and if I want to chill out, I put on some yacht rock, and I'm pretty much good with those 2 choices. But it's changed so much in the music industry, and we've seen so many great bands, and now we're seeing bands retire, are unable to perform, and ending their careers. And for the rest of us, some of you in retirement, many of you worked jobs for many years, and now you're coming back to music. And some of us never left, some of us have stayed with it, and it's the one thing that I think we all share is the love of music. And I see it in my daughter's eyes when I put on a song that she likes, and I'll play some obscure Billy Joel up-tempo song, or I'll play, an old Van Halen song or something. And if she likes the song, she'll just get up immediately and she'll just start dancing around the room. And, the joy of music is something that is ingrained upon us as children. And I can remember the early memories of me as a kid. Everybody would say I would sit on the front porch of my mom's restaurant, and I'd sit in a rocking chair and just sing and just sing and sing. And everybody would just walk by and see this kid, singing in his rocking chair. And man, I loved music at a very early age. And, music has taken me to some very tough places, some very dark places, and it's pulled me out of those places and given me renewed vigor and helped me sustain myself over the years. And I have to thank, everybody that tunes into this channel, because I know we share that. And these shared experiences are what make this channel what it is. And man, the comments and everything that people leave on these videos, man, I love to hear it. I love to hear the inspiring stories of guys, coming back to music or still doing music or always have done music and still going. I got people reaching out 78 years old, 70 years old, 68 years old, and then I get some of the younger cats that reach out and say, man, it's so eye-opening to hear these messages and realize that, the one thing we share is a love for music, and we all have different opinions and different ideas of what is great and different influences. I've got guys that say, hey man, check this band out and check that out, and I'll go and listen, and we help each other, expose each other to different types of music. But this is really a message of I salute everyone that's out there doing it. Man, if you're still out there gigging, man, I salute you. I know how hard it is in your later years. You're gonna wake up Sunday morning, after playing on Friday and Saturday night, and you're gonna be sore, and carrying the gear gets harder and harder. And it's a tough thing, man. You could start to feel like the world is passing you by. And I think as long as you keep playing, as long as you keep creating, you can achieve great things. There's nothing wrong with being in your 70s and putting out new music. You never know when something is going to catch on. And it could be something you wrote 20 years ago. Maybe you've got music in the can and you never released it. Well, it's never too late. There's hundreds of thousands of songs each day released. And, it is a tough thing to do. You're not at this point in your life, releasing music to try to become a millionaire. But what you are doing is you're releasing music because you love it and you want to share it with the world. And I think that is a beautiful thing, because the world needs more beauty. The world needs us, the creatives. We are not the harbingers of war. We are not the harbingers of destruction, of division. We are the harbingers of togetherness. We are the harbingers of harmony. And that is what the world needs more now. Your creative energy, your creative spark is the thing that makes the world turn. Without music, this world would be a terrible, terrible place. It is the beauty of a melody, the twist and turn of a perfect lyric, the beauty of a great guitar solo. It can't be underestimated. And man, we grew up with a treasure trove of great music, and there's so much great stuff. An old song comes on the radio that you've forgotten about, and you hear it once again. It just takes you back to that place where you heard it, to that back seat of that car, or, going to that concert, or, driving down a lonesome road in the middle of the night after a gig and hearing that song come on the radio, and it just can literally change your mood. It can literally give you the energy you need to carry on. And that is why music is so greatly needed. And just your positive energy of you sitting in your room and creating music and making music, even if no one hears it, your positive vibes are out there in the universe. And I greatly believe that the world needs more of it. So I salute everybody that's still out there gigging. I salute everybody that's in their music room or sitting watching their TV and playing guitar. The world needs more of that, because really that is all that that matters. Money, fame, war, destruction, death. Those are all things that we don't have anything to do with. We are the creators. We are the artists. We are the force of positive, of creation. And that is so greatly needed in this world. So don't stop. Keep going. Keep playing music. Keep rocking. Keep playing the blues. The blues is what I call an exorcism of the soul. And, the torment and pain of the blues can be felt by everyone that hears it. And it is such an amazing thing to put that emotion out. So my message to you is to keep going, keep creating, keep dreaming, keep striving, keep getting better each day, keep writing songs, and keep being you. The world needs much more music in this life. The world needs your positive energy. And with it, maybe together, we really can change the world.